friends. Today we're going to continue our discussion on how to tell time. Today we're going to use a couple of things. You're going to need your clock. Yours may look a little different than mine, but whatever clock that you have. And then we're also going to use this tool. It is in your packet that we sent home. It is it's 2 pages actually. Pages 22, there's the clock, and then 23. There's the little tabs that go around it. And so I want you to, in just a minute, to pause this video, and you're going to make this. Cut out the clock on the circle on the outside, and then you're going to cut out all these little tabs. See, they're all on that one page, so you're going to cut on the outside of the dotted line just like this, leaving that little gray piece on there. See how it's a little gray on the end? And then you're going to put a little bit of glue on the end, and you're going to glue it in the correct place. Now, we're going to talk more about the correct place, what it means in a minute, but just for the purposes of making this clock tool, you start at 0 at the top, above the 12, 0 minutes at the clock, and you just count by 5s all the way around. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. So I want you to pause the video now and go make this clock, and then come back and we will resume. Okay, so now that you've got your clock made, this is going to be an important tool. We've been talking about how many minutes are in the whole clock. Do you remember how many? There are 60 minutes in the clock, and I've got some base 10 blocks here to represent all of the minutes in the clock. Each one of these squares represents a minute. And in the previous lesson, we discovered that in half of the clock there are 30 minutes. In this half of the clock, when you start here and go all the way around to half, so like remember when we cut the clock in half, there's 30 minutes on this side and there's 30 minutes on this side. And 30 plus 30 is 60. So today we're going to kind of expand on that a little bit. And I want to look at, I'll put these over to the side for just a minute. I want to look at these 30 over here. Well, we talked about that this is actually kind of like a number line that's been curled into a circle shape. Starts at 0 here and goes all the way around to 59 or 60. And so each little line is a minute. Let me zoom in so you can see that. So like this is 0. See, this line right here is 0. Then that's 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. See how it's pointing at a 5? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes. And so forth all around the clock. So I want to show you with these base 10 blocks where all the minutes go. So I'm going to cut these base 10 blocks in half. This was a 10. I just broke it up into a 5 and a 5 because 5 plus 5 is 10. That's right. So there's going to be like 5 minutes there, 5 minutes there, 5 there, 5 there. See, 5, 10, 15, 20. And that's where we are. We're at 20 minutes. And here's the last 10 stick of this side of the clock. 20 plus 5 more is 25. And plus the last 5 is 30. So there's our 30 minutes in the clock. And the same thing happens on this side. 30 plus 5 more is 35. Whoops, get up there. Then 35 plus 5 more is 40. And we continue on with these last strips. There's 45 and 50. And then the last one, 55 and 60. So there's our 60 minutes around the clock. Now, when we're telling time, we have 2 hands on the clock. or two arrows. We call them hands. When you're determining what time it is, the first thing you're going to do is determine the hour. What hour are we in? And then the second thing we're going to do is figure out the minutes. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out on this a little bit. Slide it over. Maybe it won't come apart. There we go. And bring my other clock back up here. And our first time is going to be this. We're going to discover what time this is. Our first step is to figure out the hour hand, and that's the shorter hand. So the short one is in the 9 zone. It's just past the 9, but it's not to the 10 yet. So our hour is going to be 9. And then the minute hand is pointing right here at the big line behind the 4 actually. So we're going to start right here. This is 0 minutes on the clock. Remember 0 at the top? And we're going to count by 5s all the way until we get to our hand. So watch this. 0, 5, 10, 15, 20. So our minutes are 20. The hour is 9 and the minute is 20. And so the time is 9:20. And so you can verify that on this clock, that when the minute hand is pointing here close to the 4-hour number, it's 20 minutes. 5, 10, 15, 20. And the way that we write 9:20 is like this. We write the hour and then a colon and then the minute. So this says 9:20. Okay, now on the next one, got a new time here. I want you to make your clock say this time. The hour hand is pointing right here in between the 1 and the 2, and the minute hand is pointing right here to the line behind the 7. So pause the video and make your clock say this time. Okay. Oops. Okay, and now we've got, let's do the hour hand. The shorter hand is the hour hand. It's in the 1 zone. It's past 1 o'clock on the dot, but it's not to the 2 yet. It's still there. This from here all the way to here is the 1 zone. So it's not 2 o'clock yet. So our hour is going to be 1. And then our minutes are right down here. So we're going to start at the top and count all the way around and by 5s until we get there. So here we go. 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Very good. Now you say, Miss Manning, I remember that down straight behind the 6 that this was 30 minutes because that's half the clock. I remember that. Do I have to count all by 5s all the way around? No, you sure don't. You can start right here. You know this is 30, so think 30 plus 5 more, and that is 35. So the hour is 1 and the minute is 35, and so that means the time is 1:35, and this is how we write it. If I can get it unstuck. 1:35. The hour is in front of the colon, and then we have a dot, that's a colon, and then 35. 1:35. And you can see down here on this clock that where the minute hand is, right past the right at the 7, that is 35 minutes. You can use this clock to help you with the minutes on this clock. Okay, we'll do 1 or 2 more. Let's see. Let's make this time. Look at this one. Okay, make your clock say this time. Pause the video and do it. Okay, now the hour hand is very close to the 5. Like it's pointing like right here. But is it to the 5 yet? No, it's kind of like you're standing outside in the hallway waiting, but you're not there yet. Okay, so it's still in the 4 zone. So the hour is going to be 4. The minute is way up here at the 10. Well, we could start and count by fives, or we could think, oh, I know this is 30, so this is going to be 35, 40, 45, 50. So then you can look at the clock, at this clock, and see, is it 50? Yes, it is. So this time is 4:50, and that's how you'd write that. 4:50. Okay, we're going to do one more, and let me get that one. The hands are almost on top of each other, so pause the video and make your clock say this time. Okay, so our hour hand is just in the 3 zone, okay, but it is in the 3 zone. If you can imagine like drawing a line from the point of that, it's in the 3 zone. And then the minutes are right here on the 2. So this is 0 minutes. So this would be 5:10. So our hour is 3 and the minutes are 10. And you write that as 3:10. Okay, I cannot wait to see the work that you do.